Hi everyone, Simon Keeling here. It's Friday the 18th of November. Lots of talk this week, which I became a little bit agitated about global warming. Let's call it global warming because that implies that dun dun dun, global warming, we're all going to die within the next 3 weeks. I hope not, because it's my birthday on Monday and we've got Christmas coming up as well, so I'd rather not if it was all the same with you. No, let's talk about climate change. Let's call this climate change and let's get some facts out there, because rubbish is starting to be spouted again about the science. So let's get some facts out there. You can draw your own conclusions depending on what I say now. So let me just show you what the hard and fast facts actually are. So this is the temperature change from 1900 look through to 2011 and split into latitude bands. So this is temperature change across northern latitudes since 1900, and you can see the temperatures continue to rise. This is the dip that took place back end of 2010 look, and this is the increase in temperature that's been taking place since then. So we've got these temperatures kind of picking back up again in the northern hemisphere. Here's the lower latitude, so this is around the equator, and temperatures again look picking up, continue to pick up, and there after our blip of going down back end of 2010, there they are going back up again. And here's the southern hemisphere, so southern latitudes, and there's temperatures continuing to rise. The anomalies, by the way, are down the left hand side here, so that's a 0.4 degree anomaly that's taking place there from the long-term mean. So that's temperatures. This is global CO2 levels, and coming through to now, so right the way through to November 2011, and the red line is the usual seasonal trend that we see for CO2 levels, and the black line is what's actually happening to CO2, and there it is continuing to rise. The scale down the left hand side from 380 parts per million up to 392. So at the moment we're about 391-ish. So there we are, continuing to rise upwards. Oh, what was that? That's a shot I'll show you in just a moment. This is the Arctic sea ice area, and this is every year from 2002. The interesting line we're looking at is the red one there, because that's 2011. So remember, this is the Arctic, and you can see that we're above, having gone down to the levels it sank to in 2007 during the Annus Horribilis that was 2007 for sea ice. It's come back up a little bit now and is running alongside 2008. So that's where we are with Arctic sea ice. As far as the actual ice area is concerned, this is how things stack up with the ice area. There's our dip down look to the 2007 levels. There it is coming back up to 2010-2009 levels, and that there, the black line, is the long-term average of 1979 to 2006. So you can see that we're still well below this long-term average, but not quite as low as we were through September, but there were reasons for this, so we're coming back up to those sort of levels. In terms of total sea ice, so this is the whole amount of sea ice, let's make that smaller, across the northern hemisphere. There we are, 2011 look, not as low as it was in 2007, running alongside 2008 in there, but still pretty low levels. So you can see that we've got a net loss of ice during the period. So that's the Arctic. Down into the Antarctic, and that's the picture I was going to show you. That's the Amundsen Scott South Pole Station live. It looks a bit chilly down there, doesn't it? It looks a bit Christmassy down there. Certainly more like winter down there than it is up here, even though it's there summer. And the chart I've got for you from the Antarctic is this one. This is the extent of the ice across the Antarctic, and you can see that it's kind of running where you would expect it to be. It's below the levels of 2005. It's running in with the levels of about 2004, but it's certainly above the low levels that we've seen in 2008. Remember that this is the Antarctic summer, but look earlier on in the year, look how low the sea ice extent was 2008 11 there, that red line shown straight through there, and the average line is the black dotted line that's running through there, and you can see at the moment we're smack on just about average. So like them or loathe them, those are the actual facts. That's as far as climate change is concerned at the moment. That's what's been going on during the last few years in terms of climate change. So what we can draw from that is that we are warmer, CO2 levels are actually rising, there appears to be less sea ice at the Arctic, more sea ice than we've had in the last few years at the Antarctic, but remember those records are only going back a few years. There you go, make of it what you will, and thanks for watching. Remember, this site is kept free by the adverts you see around, so if you click on one of the adverts, go through to the advertiser. If you like the advert you see, that generates revenue for us, shows the advertiser that you're interested in the site. Thanks for watching, and keep the sun shining.